$10,000, 500 cows, and 3 cars. According to reports, that was the winning bid for a teenage bride in a marriage auction in South Sudan. It was publicized in a post on Facebook, and it's been fueling outrage. A wealthy businessman outbid 4 other men, including government officials. And a human rights lawyer tells CNN Facebook is still culpable, even though the auction did not actually happen on its platform. Now, let's bring in our Farai Subenzo. He joins us live from Nairobi, Kenya, for more on this story. And Farai, a lot of the outrage has been directed at Facebook. But could you tell us more, just what role did Facebook play in this child bride auction?
Christy, I mean, there's so many sort of cultural norms. We must be careful not to bulldoze in covering this story. The Dinka have always done what they are calling dowry negotiations with the families of a young woman they wish to marry. But of course, at the center of this is the fact that these top men, a businessman you mentioned, and a government official, a deputy governor of the East Lake region, he said on a webcast radio for the Dinka people exactly why he had pursued this young woman.
In 2011, when Yalong was 10 years old and our families were neighbors to theirs, she was a pupil in Yei, a town in South Sudan. I even paid her school fees at that time because I grew up knowing her, and her parents know this is the truth. This is when I approached the parents and asked for the girl's hand in marriage when she matures. It's common practice here, and it is acceptable in our culture since time immemorial. In our traditional Dinka culture, it's allowed. Why can't it happen now?
And there you have it, Christy. It is this massive cultural clash between tradition and modernity. And of course, the whole issue of technology and social media. Why Facebook was involved is because somebody had posted a picture of 16 to 17-year-old Yalong Gongdeng, and that intensified these dowry negotiations. But of course, at the center of it all is the rights of the child. I've just been reading through South Sudan's own constitution, where they have a whole chapter about the rights of the child, in which they say it is important to protect young women and young children from bad cultural practices. So we're in a sort of no man's land of what do they think about this? And of course, what about her human rights? What does Nyalong have to say? Did she accept this man who already has other wives? So it's a story that's really hit at the very heart of modern day Africa. And we wait to see, well, even to speak to the winning bidder about what this means going forward for the people of South Sudan, whose country has been ravaged by war, whose many people can't afford to pay 500 cows and 3 cars and $10,000. And where are these politicians getting this kind of money from? These are real issues at the center of South Sudan's cultural life, Christy.
Yeah, the rights of children need to be protected here. And as you point out, child auctions and child marriage, this is embedded in the culture. And the fact that this auction netted a very significant dowry of cars, cows, and cash, and it was shared on social media, on Facebook, is this just going to inspire more and more other families to use social media to auction off their daughters?
Well, you know, Christy, the one common vice of all humanity is avarice and greed. And of course, if people are seeing that this is the kind of thing they can get for your young girls, it would be remiss of me to not to say some of them will take advantage of that. But at the center of it, as I repeat, is young women's human rights and what they can expect. Remember, UNICEF's own to November 2017 figures state that of the 52% of young girls that were married in South Sudan, 52% of them, I beg your pardon, were under the age of 18. That's already crossing many boundaries that are not supposed to be crossed by any nation.
Yeah, increases the risk of early pregnancy, robs them of an education, robs them of their lives. Farai Subenzo, we thank you for your reporting. Take care.